Hey, YouTube. Look who's back. K420. Uh, quickly. Please, if you're here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, because although it took me over 2 years to finally get monetized by YouTube, I make absolutely nothing because the topics that I choose to discuss are topics that YouTube deems no longer welcome on YouTube, and is always my AdSense is always not available for my topic that I'm working on. Also, next I want to say, how do I put this? I don't want anybody to spend any time in my comment section bashing nobody after this. We can all have our thoughts. Everybody got suspicions, especially when it comes to missing children. But at the end of the day, I do these videos to bring attention to the child that is missing, not attention to whatever action or inaction that child's family and parents did or did not take in the hours, days, months, years before that child went missing. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that because I know that the people that come watch me got way more class than that. All right. So let's talk about Breasia, Terrell. All right. As you can see, this has been a couple weeks or a week or so. It's been going on. So I'm a little bit behind on it, but I've been working on that Wayfair video for you guys. And I was going to record that first, and instead, I needed to get this out before that. This is Aisha Langford. This is Breasia, Terrell's mother. This is her posing for an interview with the Quad City Times, this newspaper right here. Aisha Langford betrayed no emotion during Tuesday's press briefing inside the Davenport Police Department conference room. The mother of the Davenport 10-year-old Breasia Terrell did not get a chance to make a comment. Langford stood behind Police Chief Paul Sikorsky and stared wide-eyed at the dark blank lens of the local media's cameras pointed out at the podium. She stood up straight, hands clasped behind her back, and maybe Langford wanted the cameras to notice the shirt she wore, which featured the smiling face of her daughter emblazoned shirt under the stark letters that spelled missing. Maybe she was determined to not betray her frustration and exhaustion. Hours before the press conference, Langford called herself empty. She made the statement after spending the better part of 2 hours standing in a hot parking lot in the county courthouse speaking with a TV reporter. She then agreed to speak with the Quad City Times. I'm kind of trapped. I want to be out there looking for my daughter, but I feel like I have to do this stuff with the TV to make sure people see Breasia and know where to call. So I'm stuck. And a few people have asked me why I haven't been at some of the searches, and I try to tell them it takes time to do these things with media people. Langford says social media, primarily Facebook, proved to be too difficult to handle, which is why I asked you guys to please be respectful in the comments. According to the mother, the Facebook comments got so out of control she had to deactivate the account. Because as usual, a search for a missing girl became about whether or not she was a good mother. As if she's not beating herself up enough right now, she needed the public to beat her up too. Langford described other distractions and harassment. Psychics have contacted her. Someone sent a note claiming to have Breasia and demanded money. There are constant rumors. She spent Monday night at a search scene while a number of people proclaimed Breasia's body had been found on social media. How can you feel anything when a person tells you your daughter is alive and an hour later you hear she's dead? I can't tell you how it feels. And the whole time, you can't think about how you feel anyway because your daughter is still out there. I don't sleep. I can't really eat. I haven't been hungry. I feel empty, like just empty. People want to know why I'm not crying all the time. I have nothing. My daughter is gone. And no one seems to know anything. And I have no idea how to feel. I have to have hope. Langford believes Breasia is alive. When I close my eyes, I can see her face. I can hear her voice. I hear her calling out to me to come and find her. That is why I believe she's alive. I don't know where she is, but I have to find her. People search for her in a park. People who were searching coming to comfort Aisha. Oh, I look like lovely tea. Or Tasha, sorry. I'm looking here, see if, oh, there she's down on the ground. I mean, I can't imagine, like, I mean, it's hard enough right now, though, with the way things are, and to lose your child is just one of the worst things I think a mother could ever, next to your child dying. So let's keep going. Okay, this is important. This is where we start getting into the thick of how things happened. Okay, because this is where you might start to be a little judgmental. This is where you might say, well, what was she thinking? But at the end of the day, just know, Breasia's mother is beating herself up enough for all of us. So we don't need to join it. So, Breasia, the Iowa girl, sorry, this is in Iowa, by the way. I was going to get to that in a moment. But 10-year-old is missing, and mom believes a registered sex offender. Her ex knows where she is. Police in Iowa have identified a registered sex offender as a person of interest in the disappearance of a 10-year-old girl and have arrested him in an unrelated charge. On Tuesday, Davenport Police Chief Paul Sikorsky announced 47-year-old Henry Earl Dinkins was arrested on an alleged registry violation and Class D felony. Dinkins was arrested after 10-year-old Breasia vanished, but he has not been charged in connection with the disappearance. All right. So police say they believe Dinkins has information that could assist in the investigation. On Wednesday morning, when the Amber Alert for Breasia was issued that listed Dinkins as her alleged abductor, Breasia's mother told the Waterloo Cedar Falls Courier Dinkins is the father of another of her children. She said the pair dated almost 10 years ago. I was with Dinkins and I found out about him. He was weird, she said, quote, weird. There have been a lot of rumors and a lot of things said on social media. Breasia was with her brother and he was visiting his father. I never imagined I would be here talking about this. Wow, that's bright. Why is it so bright? Maybe it's my screen. I don't know. Either way, it just makes me look super white, doesn't it? No, that guy, isn't it? I just realized how white I look. Is that any better? Or is that worse? Ah, that's way worse. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Oh well. I don't know why, but anyway. So you get what is going on here. The brother went for visitation with the sex offender father. And it sounds like maybe Breasia's mom, Aisha, thought she could get a break. And since he had visitation with his son anyway, that that Breasia would be safe because, well, her brother's there. So, if you want to beat her up, go ahead, start beating her up now, but don't do it in my comment section. Do it in your head. All right. So, look at my white face. What is going on with that? My gosh, it's like anytime I get close to the screen. White. Ooh, goodness. I'm going to have to figure that out. So, Anyway, you say he was weird if you found out about him. You say he was weird. And then you allowed your daughter to go with your son to visit him. So yeah, I find it a little upsetting that you took that opportunity to maybe get a night out or whatever, and I'm sure you're kicking your own ass right now, but I'm going to point it out because I just find it odd that you thought it was going to be an okay situation if in your own relationship you found him too weird to handle. We're asking the public this. Oh, sorry. They're talking about the multiple vehicles he owns or whatnot. This is when he was still wanted, but okay. So I believe he knows something about what is happening with my daughter. I think my daughter's alive, and I think it's just a matter of time before Dinkins is ready to crack and tell what he knows. That's what I honestly believe. Okay, so at least she's not like covering for the guy. She's straight up saying, I think I trusted a snake who has a history of crack sales and other sex offender things as well. He's got like few sex offenses, which is what they got him on, is a failure to register. But he also has some drug sales, which was crack, it's like specifically crack cocaine. Breasia was seen wearing an oversized white t-shirt and shorts. She's 4 feet 5 inches and weighs 75 pounds, has black hair and brown eyes. And anyone who has seen Dinkins' vehicles is urged to call 911. Dinkins was convicted of a third-degree sexual abuse in 1990 and is scheduled to appear in preliminary hearing on July 21st. It's not immediately clear who his attorney is. Okay, so let's go to here. So they go to the sex offender's apartment. Let's go check that out. Same picture used. We don't have a lot of pictures for that. Must be, oh, it's the same thing, Quad City Times. Okay. Registered sex offenders they got him. He's being held in county jail. And they search his apartment. Henry Earl Dinkins, 47, has a $25 cash only bond for a sex offender violation. Dinkins pled guilty to a third-degree sexual abuse charge in September of 1990. He was accused of sexually abusing a 5-year-old girl in March of that year and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. So, let's see. Dinkins has not been charged in the disappearance of Breasia Terrell. Breasia was last seen. It shows the address, 2700 block of 53rd Street. Police searched his apartment, which was the 2744 East 53rd Street, later that day. Police searched public locations, including the lagoon at Credit Island, on Friday while the family looked on. Searching continued Saturday with family and friends and other volunteers using tracking dogs to scour Fajervari Park. Okay. Wow. She's been gone 24 hours and she's a 10-year-old girl, said the mother, Aisha Langford of Davenport. I'm asking anyone to please come out and help me. Oh, shit. My cat's whining. My daughter's trying to watch him for me, but he's going to want to come out soon. Anyway. She asked people to contact her if you've heard anything. If you've seen her, she said, her voice breaking with emotion. Her eyesight is kind of messed up out of her left eye, and she can't hear out of her left ear. Good thing to remember, guys. Damn it, my cigarette keeps going out. We're hoping for a miracle, says Michelle Lynch of Davenport, the tracking dog's handler. Search turned up nothing, however, and later Saturday, the group reconvened at Credit Island to search again and searched the 700 block of Schmidt Road where police were on hand. Breasia's grandmother, Danita Gardner, said while her grandson went to stay overnight with Dinkins, his father, Breasia, went with him. She was missing in the morning. Okay, so we're getting more and more of the story. First it was the son went to go visit, she went along. Now it's the son went to go visit, she went along, and when everybody woke up, Breasia wasn't there. So is this a Elizabeth Smart type situation? Was there any sign of forced entry, any sign of someone coming in the house? Did Dinkins have people there that night while she was there? Was there some shady people? A list of every single person who stepped foot in and around that family, the Dinkins, his son, and his sister, whatever, for however long they were there. Every adult, every person that was ever present while they were there needs to provide those names to the police, first of all. Dinkins, the sex offender, has a long criminal record, including convictions for selling crack, sexually abusing a young girl, and failing to register as an offender. He was booked into jail after 9 p.m., made his first appearance in court Saturday morning, and is scheduled to appear the 21st, a couple of days ago, for a preliminary hearing. I'm not sure. I can look up and see what happened in a few minutes here. Let's see. Clothing. Okay. During a search warrant, detective found Dinkins' ID, clothing, and other personal property within this apartment. During the interview with his girlfriend, she said she'd been living there for more than 1 month. She revealed the defendant did not report. A check with the office revealed the defendant did not report his location per his registration requirements. And let's see, so far at this point, Quad City was offering $3,500 cash reward for information that assists law enforcement in locating Breasia, or information locating to the arrest of anyone who may take part in her disappearance. I do know that as of now, we will get to that. The reward has gone up to $10,000. Davenport police officer offered tips for people who want to help. The police are in constant contact with the family. The Davenport police support agencies are working expert-driven, independent search efforts that do not require volunteers. Those who want to join a volunteer search party should self-organize. Be safe, work in groups of 3 or more, and assign one person in the group to call 911 with information and tips. As investigation and work evolves, Davenport police will provide updates as soon as possible. Now, this is where the Davenport firefighters searched Credit Island Lagoon. Her family was at the scene. It's sad. Oh, come on, hurry up. So yeah, there they are searching the lagoon for her. I'm not going to read all that one, guys, okay? So keep going. So this is where the reward got increased, as you can tell. Let's just check it out.
The disappearance of 10-year-old Breasia Terrell is a mystery investigators are working to unravel. As the search for her whereabouts continues, the investigation is as aggressive as ever, even if you aren't seeing every part with your own eyes.
If this or any other case, you may not see us. You may not see the FBI. We are there.
Davenport Police Chief Paul Sikorsky announcing a collaborative effort early on. A makeshift camp set up at police headquarters, bringing together multiple agencies working toward one goal.
On July 10th, we were in contact with the chief and offered our assistance with respect to everything that we can offer in a case like this.
On day one, Davenport Police contacted the FBI and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
I absolutely applaud Chief Sikorsky and the Davenport Police Department. They did an amazing job. Realizing what they had in front of them, realizing the escalation that they needed to do, and calling the appropriate resources.
These are just two agencies of a much larger community working to find Breasia.
We are not uniformed officers. We are law enforcement officers. We are a team of analysts as well. So we are working together to make sure that we have the evidence that's coming in. It can be analyzed, whether it's digital evidence or phone evidence or surveillance evidence.
A critical piece of the puzzle in any missing child case, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Their responsibilities extend far beyond just spreading the word.
We also have field resources. We have a cadre of support. They're retired police officers who've had a lifetime of experience in working missing child cases.
What happens is it all becomes one big team, and everybody gets on board. The strategy is developed in concert with both teams and all agencies involved. Any additional interviews and whatever the command post is deciding to do is done as a team effort so that we all have the same goal and the same outcome.
Both agencies say tips are key. See something, say something. Anything you know could be vital in bringing Breasia home. and bringing closure to the case.
Don't give up hope. Let the investigation run the course. Let law enforcement do their job. Keep your eyes open for information. Report it to law enforcement.
And as the investigation forges ahead, the question remains, where is Breasia?
We are here and we are doing everything that we can to bring Breasia. We are.
All right, so heard that. Let's get to this, okay? So, what happened? Oh, it must be with it. Just this page. The camera's not available. All right. Well, I just wanted to go through quickly. Hang on. Some of the. This is the Des Moines Register. Some of the pictures of the search event. There's Breasia. There's them searching the Credit Island Lagoon. A vehicle is brought. Hashtag Bring Bree Home written on its back window in reference to missing 10-year-old Breasia Terrell on Tuesday, July 14th, 2020 in Davenport, Iowa. So that's hashtag capital B, and Bring capital B and Bree and capital H and Home on Twitter and also on, I believe, GoFundMe. Right. Images of a vehicle owned by a person of interest right here. Here we go. Are displayed during a news conference on Tuesday. So this is the next vehicle we're all trying to keep an eye out for. I don't know why it looks like they purposely blurred this license plate. Tell me, oh, you can't see me. Sorry, guys. Tell me in the comments if you believe they blurred that license plate purposely. All the rest of this picture is so clear, but that license plate is so blurry. Okay. Breasia's missing posters, more searching, more. There's her T-shirts with her Bring Breasia Home. That's the police chief. There's another press conference. Okay, so we're gonna go on to see. This is community members doing a walk through Credit Island. Community members walk through Credit Island. Okay, there's more of that. Now there's all that. All right. Let's go to the next one. There I am. It must just be the Des Moines won't allow my camera. So this is the Bring Bree Home. Oh, see, now this is different spelling. Because I believe on Twitter it's just one E. On here it's two. Okay. Let me see something here. See if that makes any difference. Yep, there's two of them. Look at that, guys. Okay, well, we'll look at them both in a minute, but let's show you the GoFundMe again. Sorry. Here it is, created July 11th, 2020. They're looking for 2,500. She got about 2,300 right now, guys. So please help her out. She's not like she's asking for a ton. It's the mother that created it. She's obviously out right now, not working. She's out hunting. I'm sure she's going to want to have a way to pay for any options she has to help search for her daughter, no matter what that is. So please help her out. It's hashtag Bring Bree with 2 E's home. Look at her in her basketball uniform. Basketball, base. Yeah, there's base. What's that? Basketball. Okay, so she lost and played basketball for a long time because there's a couple different basketball uniforms on there. All right. And let's check out this Twitter feed, guys, because this is where a lot of the dirt that I find in these types of cases are. And there's a couple of these hashtags. Unfortunately, that's how it is with Twitter. One person spells it wrong, it creates a whole nother one. So this is about 15 hours ago. She still has an active Amber Alert, obviously, praying for her safe return. So there's the $10,000 reward announced. Really, there's not much. These are just, this is when they were still looking for Dinkins, but they found him. Look at those eyes, guys. Hang on, you have to see this. I have never seen such gorgeous, hypnotizing eyes. I mean, My goodness, look at those eyes for a little girl. She just doesn't realize something like that, unfortunately. As a pedophile, you know, the kidnapper who is a sex offender. I don't know if I put it this way. If my daughter had those eyes, there would be no way I'd be sending her with her brother to her ex, to my ex, the baby daddy, the sex offender's house. Not happening. I'm gonna lock my daughter up. I mean, just being overprotective mom that I say that I am, but you can't control them once they get to a certain age. I sure learned that one. So, okay, so that's a different breed. Okay, that's why I said you gotta be careful because a couple of them. There we go. And here we go. Here's Breasia now too. Be a family member, I'm imagining. So, the way that she talked. Now, what I want to do is show you the other one though, because there is two. See, and this one has a YouTube video. Apparently, another person must have already put a video up on the missing thing. And it also shows you that there's actually quite a bit on TikTok about her missing story. So what we need to figure out is, I want to find out how old her son is. And I want to know if he's being talked to by the police, because if anything was to happen that night or people were over there that could have hurt her, her son will be able to talk. I'm hoping. Why? Because you wouldn't send your daughter with a child who isn't able to at least tell you what happened, right? I got to find out how old the son was that who went to the father with Breasia. Anyway, guys, this is going to be my up all night case for right now until we start to figure out some more. Let me know in the comments if you want to go live about this. I'll do a couple-hour live. As long as, you guys don't. If somebody can tell me how to do the darn screen share on the live at the same time, I'll do it. I promise I'll do it. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's find Breasia. I think we can do this. If we all put our heads together and we work hard, let's bring Breasia home.